What is up, car addicts? Welcome to another GTA Online video. This will be customizing the brand new Albany V-STR. This car just released today for GTA Online for PS4, Xbox One, and PC on January 30th, 2020 at about 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time. If you don't see it in your game, just restart the game and then you'll see it there. But price is just under $1.3 million. That's ridiculous, but hey, I guess these days I'm starting to see that I guess cars now under 1.5 million are beginning to seem a little more I guess on the cheaper side, to say the least, or around the low $1 million mark, which is quite ridiculous. But yeah, this is the car right here, obviously based off the Cadillac CTS-V, which I love. You guys know me, I love American cars, and we have something that's absolutely love that's been added to GTA Online today. So I already purchased it. This right here, it looks so good. I love the wheels. I mean, they did a phenomenal job with design. The front grille is a little but I mean the rest of the car is just awesome. Next to it, I went ahead and parked the Shafter V12, which is also in the sports class. So both of these are in the sports car class. Shafter V12, obviously, for those of you who know, that car is the highest top speed four-door vehicle in the sports car class. And notice how I'm specifically saying the sports car class. So the fastest four-door vehicle in the game top speed-wise is the Toros, which is based off the Lamborghini Urus, but that's in the SUVs class. If we specifically state this sports class, the Shafter V12 still holds the four-door top speed crown. So I want to know, I guess we'll see if this one is going to be able to take down the Shafter V12 top speed-wise. Is going to be interesting to see that. I went ahead and parked some other cars that are kind of similar to that. So we have the Ubermacht Revolter. If you guys remember this vehicle, it's primarily based off the Cadillac Escala concept car, and they put it as an Ubermacht because it resembled some BMW in there a little bit, but it's mainly the Escala. But anyways, we have that there, and of course the Albany Alpha. So we really haven't had too many, I guess, sports car Albany vehicles in GTA. So I'm glad we finally got a newer one. So to look at some of the details here, I mean, the wheels are gorgeous. Walk around the back here. You got the quad exhaust, the tail lights. I mean, they did the distinctive V shape there on the spoiler. I mean, they went all out. Rockstar did a phenomenal job. I'm loving the design. I mean, you know, some people gotta keep in mind, because they start complaining that Rockstar didn't make it close enough to the real car. Remember, Rockstar doesn't have the licensing for the real vehicles, so they make them as close as they can without pushing certain boundaries, so they don't get sued by car manufacturers. And they put in these, I guess you can call them, fake versions of real cars, so they don't have to pay for licensing in GTA. If we look at the back here, if you guys see the little V logo there, that is ridiculously close to the real V logo there. Little side-by-side comparison there. You can see how similar it is. It's actually crazy. The only difference is that this one is on the driver's side instead of the real one that has it on the passenger side, and the little dots on the side they're a little bit different. But I mean, for the most part, the general design of the logo is extremely similar. Stock spoiler is very similar as well. Even the wheels are extremely similar. So yes, this car is, I've already said it a bunch of times, but this car is primarily based off the third generation Cadillac CTS-V. It does have some ATS-V in it as well, but I personally think it's mainly based off the CTS-V, and I'll go over a little bit more of why here in a few seconds. But yeah, you can see the general design there. It's pretty obvious, but and then, you know, it does have some hints here and there, like the headlights are a little similar to an S-Class, but the vehicle as a whole, the majority of it, 90% of it or 95% of it, is the Cadillac CTS-V. So walk up here, you can see the side vent right there, extremely similar to the CTS-V in real life. Down to the wheels, the wheel design, I mean, super similar. Absolutely love that. The general hood design as well. The back end, very obvious. And then they went ahead and gave it the interior of the Neon, but with the seats of the Raiden. So quite interesting there. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at some customization, shall we? I'm very excited. Oh yes, listen to that engine sound. Does have a nice V8 engine note.
What are we doing today?
Love that. Obviously, this car in real life has a supercharged 6.2 liter V8 from the Corvette Z06 and the Camaro Z01. These three cars all share the same engine in real life. The one in the CTS-V is slightly quote unquote detuned to 640 horsepower, but it's still a lot of horsepower. Anyways, armor, brakes, front bumpers. So you have a custom splitter with the little structural reinforced little bars there. I guess you can call them brackets. You got the carbon version of that. You got a street splitter which kind of curves in there. Okay. Carbon version of that. Aftermarket splitter with the winglets. And then a carbon version of that. So all of these have those little brackets, which I'm not really too much of a fan of. Literally every single one has it. Kind of annoying. I wish usually the first few don't have that, but then the other ones do. Like for example, like this one would have it, but then these few at the top wouldn't. So that kind of sucks. I don't know why Rockstar did that, but yeah, not really feeling that. So as much as I get the hate in the comments, I'm not gonna put something I don't like in the car, so I'm gonna keep that stock. Engine, exhaust. So we got the stock quad exhaust there. You got the oval, you got carbon, twin bore, very nice. Aluminum, titanium, carbon version of that. You got the big bore, which is just the singles on the ends. Titanium, carbon, twin split. And then you got the rear skirt exhaust, which is kind of similar to like the CTS race car in real life. So I guess is where they got the inspiration from that. Carbon, mid side skirt exhaust. That is on both sides. That's hilarious. And then back here you just have like these giant holes which don't really look that great. Okay, so the stock quad exhaust you can see there, and then the big bore version, actually well, the twin bore version. What's the difference there? I guess these are a little larger. Alright, let's go with these.
If I hear you, I'll wait.
Alright, grill. So you got D-badge grill. So the real car, it has a full large grill in the middle. Again, like I talked about the licensing earlier, they can't copy it, one-to-one, so they went with this instead. I like the badge. I wish you could have had like a blacked out grill option. I think that would have been sick, but it's not too bad. Hood, you have a carbon stock hood, smooth hood. So what the type of hood you'd see on a normal CTS.
Life is hard when you can have anything.
Then you got the vented hood, which is extremely similar to the real CTS-V. Absolutely love that. So if you want to get the car as close as possible to the real life car, this is one of the options to definitely put on it. Moving along, got the scooped hood, got the performance hood. Then you got the Albany hood, which looks sick. It's like the raised hood section. Absolutely love that. That is super cool.
Making decisions is stressful.
And a vented version of that. That is awesome. Love that. So definitely gonna go with the vented one. Hood catches. Classic hood latches. So the race car style hood latches. I love how they separated it for this car, because sometimes with the hood options they try to like force you to put it for certain hood options. I think Rockstar should definitely consider making that a separate option for every car. That's very nice and helpful, so that you're not forced to make it a race car looking hood if you don't want to. Lights, we got the stock lights, which you have the LEDs. Those lights are gorgeous. Definitely making them xenons.
There it is.
Love that. Livery, you got black stripes, white stripes. Let me show here how they come to the back there. Nice. You got two-tone. Okay. Red pinstripe. Not bad.
No rush at all.
Okay. Got the blue version of that. Okay, you got Geo. Well, that's cool. That's not a bad one. It looks pretty good. Okay. Atomic Drifter. Offset Camo. Okay. Albany Racer.
What whatever you desire.
So again, you know, if you want to make it a race car, there you go. Jet Sam GT. This looks kind of similar to the CTS-V, or the CTS race car, I think, maybe, kind of. It's like the color scheme a little bit. Okay, so only delivery is like a final thing to choose from. We got mirrors, so you can do primary mirrors. So stock, they come secondary, then you can do primary. You can do carbon. You can do aftermarket, which makes the mirrors bigger. Not sure why you want to do that, but if you want to make the mirrors less aerodynamic, there you go. So I'm going to go with the carbon version of the stock ones. Love that. License plates. I did come prepared. I have my, where is it? There we go, the Caddy plate. Yes. You get Caddy, and then we don't expect a nice, angry V8. Love it. Respray, primary color. So for this, I do want to kind of make the wheels match, kind of. And obviously, if I paint it, let's say bright red, the chrome wheels don't really go too well with that. I feel like it kind of clashes. Usually, black wheels look better with red, or certain bright colors. So I'm gonna go for a, obviously I love the white as well, but I'm gonna go for like a candy metallic red, kind of like a wine red, but like a little brighter. So usually for that we do like the Cabernet red with the Torino red pearlescent, but I want to go a tad bit brighter. So I'm gonna go with the garnet red with the Torino red pearlescent to brighten it up a bit. And when we take it out in the sun, you'll really see how it shines. I mean, you can see it over the roof there a little bit. It's just gorgeous. Absolutely love that. We're gonna do that. Secondary would be the mirrors that we changed, and I don't see anything else changing. Let's go on the interior. Nothing changing there. Brake calipers are still red, so it's only any options you chose the secondary color. Okay, so I guess I'll just paint it the same color just in case. I think I passed it. Let's go back to it. There we go. There we are. Trim color would be in the interior. So it would be the stitching on the seats, and then the center portion of the back seats, which I find kind of strange. So that's interesting there. Nothing on the outside from what I can tell. Okay. So if we make it, let's say, like a tan, bleached brown, or a sandy brown, you can see it's like really dark for some reason, and you can't really see it too much from the exterior, because obviously the back seats are the low textured, like original PS3/Xbox 360 kind of back seats, which are very low texture, look kind of bad. So I think I'm gonna do red, even though I wish I can do tan seats and a tan dash and all that. That would have looked so good with this red, but I guess we'll have to make a little bit of a compromise here, and it kind of like tints it a lot. So I guess I'll just go like a brighter red, raised red. We do the same red, then that's way too dark. It looks almost like blood. So I can take a standard red. That looks pretty good. Do that. Chrome would go right there on the side of the door. Very nice. Roof. So you got secondary, if you chose the secondary color, obviously, or you can do carbon, which I love the contrast with the carbon roof. Looks awesome. Side skirts, you can do a street skirt. Carbon street skirt. So are these like non-carbon? Oh yeah, look at that. So this is non-carbon and that's carbon. Okay. Got the race skirt and then the carbon race skirt. So our front splitter, I think it's just like a matte black, kind of like plastic. So I think I'm gonna do the same stock one to make it match, because then if we do a carbon side skirt, it won't match our front stock splitter there. So let's do the first street skirt option there. Rear spoiler. So you got a carbon version of the stock spoiler. So the stock spoiler is like that same kind of texture you have on the front splitter. But you can see it. You lose the traction benefit you'd get if you install the carbon version. You can see the bar increasing there. So I think it's definitely worth getting the carbon version. Then you got a low-level spoiler, And you got the ducktail spoiler, which has the... Because it's got the stock spoiler with a ducktail right on the roof, which looks kind of strange. Carbon version of that. Yeah, then you got the giant spoilers. And then a bolted ducktail spoiler. Okay. I think definitely the carbon version of a stock one to match our roof. I think that looks sick. Let's definitely do that. Suspension. Okay, you can lower this car. Wow, you can pretty much almost slam it to the ground. That's ridiculous. I think that's a little overkill. I think the first option is perfect for this car. I love that. Transmission, turbo, vortex generators. Got the little fin there, which in real life is used for satellite radio, but they gave it that design to make it a little more aesthetically pleasing. A secondary, and then carbon. So the real car does have that little antenna, so if you want to make it look even more like the real car, you can do that. So I guess I'll just throw the carbon version of that there. Wheels, like I said before, so these wheels, you cannot paint these wheels black using the iFruit method or anything like that. You can see they have that chrome texture, so it will not let you paint the stock wheels black, unfortunately. I wish they would have been alloy, so we could have painted them black. These wheels in black would have looked super cool in this car, which the real one does offer them in black, but this one doesn't. So kind of unfortunate there, but I absolutely love the design of these wheels. So even though I can't paint them in black, I'm still gonna leave them. They match our front grille. They match the little fin there, the little chrome piece there, the door handles. I mean, this car has a lot of chrome trim, and I think the wheels go very well with it. So I'm just gonna keep them there. That's like one of the main reasons I painted it this color, because I feel it complements the red well. So let's go. Keep on going through here. Windows. You can tint out the windows if you want. I'm gonna go. I guess we'll go a little darker since it's a sedan, luxurious slash sports sedan. Alright, so as far as the liveries with this paint, I feel like the stripes, I don't like the way they kind of go into the grille there. I think that looks kind of weird, and they kind of clash. I don't know, not really feeling the stripes too much, black or white. The two-tone, I don't know. This one, you know, like the race car style ones with the pinstripes, they look okay, I guess. This one was the only one I was kind of considering, but the whole back end is silver. I wish they kind of would have cut it off right at the top of that line right behind the door, somewhere around there, but it's kind of like a two-tone front and back. I don't really like that much. And then the race car ones, you know, they just have way too much stuff on them, so I guess for now I'm just going to keep it stock until I find a decent, I guess, a different build later on where I can kind of make one of these liveries work. But for now I'm just going to leave it like this. And that's it. That's all the options there. So let's go ahead. I'm excited to take this thing off for a drive. Exit to the ground. Looks so good. I never thought I'd see the day that we'd get a CTS-V in GTA. Never thought. And we still don't have a modern Camaro in GTA. Come on, Rockstar. Get to it. Let's rev it up a bit. Sounds amazing. First person. Awesome. Alright. Let's floor it. A little bit of wheel spin. Love it. Good acceleration. It's going. It's going. Takes a while to pick up its speed, but it's definitely going pretty fast now. The brakes aren't all that great. I feel like it's struggling a little bit. I don't know. I expected it to be a lot more ridiculous, kind of like the Shafter V12. When you drive that thing, I mean, you can feel how much power that car has when you drive it. This one, I'm not really feeling that much. And the Shafter V12 is only 116 grand. This is over, what, about $1.5 million with upgrades, so... Yeah, it feels kind of slow. I don't know. It doesn't feel that fast. That's kind of disappointing. It sounds really good, though. It looks really good. At the end of the day, you know, it's in the sports class where the pariah exists. So, even if it's not ridiculously fast, I think it's still okay because it wouldn't have beat the Pariah anyways. So, yeah. As far as stability, it drives like almost any sedan in GTA. You know, the sedans are kind of tail happy like the Shafter V12. But yeah, all around, I think Rockstar did a good job with this car. Absolutely loving it. Obviously, very biased towards American cars, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So let me pull over to the side of the road here. I always open all the doors for you guys. Do all. See? Everything opens up. Nice. So we got the engine model there from the Shafter V12. Those back seats with that texture quality are so weird. The red stitching looks pretty good though. Trunk there. Glad it opens. Not bad. I love the way the quad exhaust look as well. I mean, again, not a bad car. So the inside of the hood, it's flat. Okay. It's alright. I mean, the details, I wish it had a little more details, but I mean, you got the sound, you got the looks, you got that insane V badge. Can't forget about that. I mean, I think Rockstar did a decent job. A little more speed, some better front splitter options, and maybe blacked out grille or something like that. I think it would have been a home run. But all things considering, great job, Rockstar. Absolutely love it. Whether you want to buy it or not, I'd say yeah, because it's under 1.5 million, or you're about 1.5 million with upgrades, which for a new crazy car in GTA, I don't think that's bad. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's a little bit of a longer one, but I wanted to get in as many details as I could. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.